Imagine a world where every choice isn't just about me, but profoundly feels its ripple effect in another's heart. Where conflicts melt not through force but deep understanding. Where justice is a warm, empathetic embrace. This isn't a pipe dream. It's an ancient ideal ripe for rediscovery. Centuries ago, amidst chaotic kingdoms, a Chinese sage didn't just dream of this. He laid its very foundation. He revealed how true fairness, lasting peace, and harmony hinge on one powerful, often overlooked virtue: empathy. How can we, really, walk in someone else's shoes today? Prepare to unearth Confucius's revolutionary wisdom. Ever felt utterly misunderstood? Like your genuine words just bounced off a brick wall? Or watching the daily news, noticed how simple disagreements balloon into seemingly insurmountable chasms, often from a sheer lack of shared perspective? It's genuinely easy, isn't it, to get laser-focused solely on our own viewpoint, our own specific needs, and our own individual aches and pains. We all do it. But what if we actively tried to make a genuine, heartfelt effort to truly see the world through someone else's eyes, to feel what they feel, to walk in their shoes? Today, we're diving headfirst into the brilliant mind of one of history's most profound thinkers, Confucius, ready to unpack the incredibly transformative power of empathy itself. It's truly a game changer for all of us. For Confucius, stepping into another's shoes wasn't just a polite gesture or a fleeting act of simple kindness. It was, in fact, the absolute bedrock for constructing a genuinely just, fair society and cultivating human relationships that felt deeply authentic, truly meaningful, and genuinely lasted. He saw it as the indispensable glue holding everything together, making life work. Through a truly inspiring narrative, we're going to explore precisely how this millennia-old vision can powerfully serve as the exact compass we desperately need to strengthen our bonds, gracefully smooth over disagreements, and genuinely forge a more harmonious world. Starting, believe it or not, right within ourselves. It's a powerful journey of self-discovery and growth. This isn't just about an old story. It's about profound, practical wisdom you can immediately apply to your modern life. Understanding empathy means less daily friction, more meaningful connection, and a deeper sense of belonging wherever you go. You'll gain invaluable tools for better communication, stronger relationships, and a much more fulfilling personal life. It's truly invaluable, trust me. Now, before we plunge deeper into this incredible tale and uncover Confucius's timeless insights and what they mean for you, please take a quick moment to hit that subscribe button. Give this video a well-deserved thumbs up if you're enjoying it, and drop a comment below letting us know what city and country you're tuning in from. Your engagement truly helps our community grow. In the ancient realm of Lu, a young and rather ambitious ruler, Master Lin, found himself utterly swamped and feeling quite overwhelmed. His province, to his constant dismay, was plagued by ceaseless squabbles, bitter land disputes, persistent accusations of blatant injustice, and the unsettling murmurings of widespread popular dissatisfaction were his daily companions. He really had his hands full, you see. He diligently applied the laws with strict rigor, attempting to maintain order, but genuine harmony somehow always seemed to remain frustratingly distant, just beyond his grasp. In his profound anguish, he sought out the renowned Master Confucius, celebrated far and wide for his unparalleled wisdom in governance and moral philosophy. Lin truly hoped for a quick fix, a simple magic bullet. Master Lin specifically expected some kind of magical formula, perhaps even a rigid, unyielding set of rules he could just apply indiscriminately to everyone. Confucius, however, simply listened to him with unwavering patience, a gentle, serene smile gracing his lips. He possessed an incredible, almost disarming calm that was truly unnerving for Lin. Confucius understood the deeper issue here. To truly bring harmony, Master Lin, the sage softly articulated, his voice a soothing balm of ancient wisdom, we first need to genuinely see the world through the very eyes of those who are suffering, to really feel their personal plight. He then proposed a truly unusual journey, one of quiet, deeply empathetic observation, not of hasty judgmental decrees. This was an unconventional path, to say the least. Confucius clearly wasn't suggesting an easy path or a quick fix to the kingdom's woes. He knew deep down that true understanding always begins not in grand, lofty decrees, but in the gritty, lived experience of everyday people. Without stepping away from his opulent throne and into the dusty roads, Master Lin would forever remain disconnected from his people's true heartbeat. This transformative journey, Confucius subtly implied, wouldn't simply be about finding new laws or harsher punishments for the transgressors. Instead, it would be about discovering the underlying human reasons and deep-seated needs for discord. It was an urgent invitation for Master Lin to cultivate a deeper form of sight, an inner empathetic vision that would ultimately transform his entire approach to leadership from the ground up. Confucius and Master Lin began their journey, quietly observing the everyday pulse of life in a bustling village. Before long, they stumbled upon an incredibly heated dispute. One farmer vehemently accused his neighbor of brazenly stealing a basket of precious grains right from his own brimming granary. The tension was palpable, a thick cloud hanging over the crowd. Master Lin, instinctively ready to apply the letter of the law and swiftly punish the perceived thief, found himself gently but firmly interrupted by Confucius's calm demeanor. "Before you pass any judgment, Master Lin," the wise sage softly counseled, "we absolutely must understand the desperate need. What truly compels a man to disrespect the very law that, ironically, feeds him?" They decided to investigate discreetly without drawing much attention, and soon discovered a heartbreaking truth. The thief wasn't malicious. He was actually a desperate father, whose young child was on the brink of death from a sudden, virulent illness. Those stolen grains, it turned out, were his only available currency, his last hope to procure urgent, life-saving medicine. The theft, in this heart-wrenching context, wasn't truly an act of greed. It was, in fact, a forced, desperate exchange of a minor, material good for something far more essential, the very survival of his precious child. Confucius then turned to a visibly shaken Master Lin, his eyes full of profound question. "Does the law truly deliver genuine justice?" Confucius probed, his voice carrying the weight of centuries. "If it completely fails to comprehend the profound human necessity, the raw, urgent desperation that often underpins an individual's actions?" This wasn't just about right or wrong. It was about the complex shades of human experience. This stark revelation really hit Master Lin hard, opening his eyes to a truth far more intricate than mere legal codes. He saw that true justice demanded more than just adherence to rules. It required a compassionate heart capable of grasping the unseen, often agonizing struggles that drove people to desperate measures. It was a pivotal moment. In yet another village, the duo encountered a truly talented artisan, skilled in his craft, now teetering right on the precipice of utter bankruptcy. He was bitterly complaining, his voice raw with frustration, about the burden of new taxes recently imposed by the government, which he passionately argued were nothing short of completely extortionate. He was truly at his wits' end. Initially, Master Lin, still prone to his old way of thinking, viewed this bitter complaint simply as an excuse, perhaps for laziness or poor financial management on the artisan's part. He found it hard to believe someone could struggle so much. Confucius, however, gently but firmly suggested that, before drawing any hasty conclusions, Master Lin should literally live a day in the artisan's worn-out shoes. So, for an entire grueling day, the young ruler donned an apron and worked tirelessly in the searing heat of the forge. He truly felt the intense, oppressive heat, the mind-numbing physical exertion, and the relentless, gnawing worry about daily expenses and the sheer struggle for basic subsistence. It was an eye-opening, sweat-soaked experience. He quickly realized that these new taxes, which had been so casually conceived in the comfort of his lavish court with the noble aim of financing grand state projects, were actually crushing the very life out of individuals at the grassroots level. They were forcing good, honest people to make utterly impossible, heartbreaking choices just to survive. This profoundly immersive experience didn't just teach Master Lin about physical labor. It gave him an acute, visceral understanding of the economic struggles faced by his subjects. The empathy of this direct, personal vivencia began to truly open his previously closed eyes, making him see the human cost of his policies. He understood then that policies, no matter how well-intentioned on paper, could have devastating, unintended consequences when they failed to account for the actual lives of the people they impacted. The artisan's perspective became a mirror, reflecting the profound disconnect between his decrees and his people's daily reality. The political tension in the region began to escalate dramatically when two historically noble families, long-standing allies, found themselves alarmingly close to the brink of an armed conflict. Their bitter dispute revolved around a vaguely defined land border, a blurry line on an old map. Each proud side felt deeply wronged, stubbornly insisting on their own version of the absolute truth. Master Lin, ever the pragmatist, was prepared to intervene with significant military force, believing a show of strength was the only way to avert a full-blown war between these powerful factions. Confucius, however, once again offered a more profound, nuanced path. Peace imposed by force isn't genuinely lasting, Master Lin, he firmly advised. To truly heal this festering wound, Confucius continued, his voice resonating with deep wisdom, we must first sincerely feel the profound pain and perceived injustices from both opposing sides, not just one. He then thoughtfully gathered the proud chiefs of both families, a tense assembly indeed. But instead of demanding that they present their lengthy proofs or endless grievances, Confucius made an unexpected pivotal request. He asked that each chief describe the entire situation, not from their own perspective, but solely from the point of view of the other. This was a truly revolutionary idea for them. Initially, this exercise proved incredibly difficult, met with palpable resistance and deeply ingrained suspicion from both parties. However, this forced them to truly listen, to intently imagine the potential losses, the underlying fears, and the very real human anxieties of their enemy, and to grudgingly acknowledge the shared humanity beneath all the discord. Slowly, almost imperceptibly at first, the rigid intransigence that had gripped them began to yield, gently giving way to a nascent, newfound comprehension. The act of truly envisioning the other's suffering chipped away at their hardened resolve, allowing empathy to subtly yet powerfully replace their deeply entrenched animosity. Following these truly profound and deeply personal experiences, Master Lin returned to Confucius's side, a completely transformed man. He no longer saw merely abstract rules and cold transgressions. Instead, he now perceived complex, living, breathing people, each carrying their own unique hopes, their private fears, and their often hidden sufferings. His perspective had radically shifted. He finally understood, with a clarity that had previously eluded him, that true justice wasn't some blind, unfeeling entity. Quite the opposite. It was genuinely endowed with keen, empathetic eyes. It wasn't about enforcing a rigid code, but about discerning the human element in every situation. This revelation reshaped his entire understanding. With Confucius's gentle but firm guidance, Master Lin meticulously began to implement policies that thoughtfully considered their profound human impact. He actively created transparent channels for citizens to freely express their pressing needs and legitimate concerns, ensuring their voices were truly heard, not just dismissed as mere murmurs. More significantly, he tirelessly promoted empathetic mediation as the preferred method for resolving disputes, rather than simply resorting to blind, unfeeling punishment or harsh, unyielding decrees. This new approach prioritized understanding and reconciliation over mere retribution, fostering a spirit of genuine communal resolution. The province of Lu, under Master Lin's transformed leadership, didn't merely prosper in terms of material wealth or political stability. Far more importantly, it absolutely blossomed in profound harmony, nurturing a spirit of deep mutual trust and heartfelt cooperation among its people. It truly became a beacon of enlightened governance. It stood as a shining example, radiating the profound wisdom derived from empathy, proving to all neighboring realms that a ruler's true strength lay not in overwhelming power, but in a compassionate heart and an understanding mind. The seeds of Confucius's teachings had indeed taken deep, lasting root, transforming a troubled land. The transformative journey of the young ruler, Master Lin, guided so brilliantly by the profound wisdom of Confucius, strikingly illustrates that true, effective leadership and genuine justice don't miraculously spring forth from mere imposition or rigid command. Rather, they unequivocally blossom from a deep, heartfelt understanding of humanity's intricate tapestry. Confucius's central, timeless teaching, the principle of shu, often translated as reciprocity, isn't just some abstract philosophical concept or a mere polite suggestion for social conduct. It's, in fact, an incredibly potent practical tool for navigating life. Do not do to others what you yourself do not wish done to you. But for Confucius, this profound teaching extended far beyond simple abstention or merely refraining from causing harm. It was about actively engaging with an acute understanding of the other person, metaphorically stepping right into their shoes, feeling their joys and their profound sorrows as if they were intimately your very own. In our bustling, often disconnected modern lives, whether at home, in the demanding workplace, or within our vibrant local communities, empathy emerges as the absolute, indispensable key to effectively disarming escalating conflicts, strengthening cherished bonds, and tirelessly building robust bridges where, sadly, only daunting walls once stood. It's that extraordinary ability that permits us to peer beyond superficial discord, to discern the inherent humanity truly dwelling behind the anger, the unspoken necessity often lurking beneath the intransigence, and the profound vulnerability frequently hidden behind a rigid, unyielding facade. Empathy reveals what's truly there. By diligently and consciously practicing empathy, we're not just passively following in the hallowed footsteps of a magnificent ancient master, we are actively, purposefully paving the way for a future that is undeniably more just, deeply compassionate, and wonderfully harmonious. It's a legacy we build, one empathetic act at a time. This ancient wisdom truly encourages us to pause, reflect, and actively seek out those hidden narratives, those untold stories, that shape every individual's reality. It empowers us to create a world where understanding precedes judgment, where connection trumps division, and where every voice feels genuinely heard and deeply valued. So, as we wrap up this illuminating discussion, remember Master Lin's profound transformation. What's the very first tangible step you'll take to genuinely walk in someone else's shoes today, or perhaps this week? Share your thoughts below. We'd genuinely love to hear them. Thank you so much for watching and being part of our community. Please don't forget to subscribe, leave a like, and we'll catch you in the next video.